I'm the Senior Dr. Powell at Powell Chiropractic. In the next few minutes, what I'd like to do is share with you a few practical tips or good ideas to protect your spine, especially while you're under care. Lifting, bending, twisting can all alter your recovery, and that's the last thing we want to have happen. What we found out in the treatment rooms, patients would ask me things like, I have to stand on my job. What's the best way to position myself so I don't hurt my back? It's pretty simple, but if you can put the weight evenly distributed on both feet, in order to balance, you put your hands in front of you or behind you. Sometimes standing is difficult for people with back problems, but standing on one foot actually aggravates it. And you'll see people, if they're doing this while they're standing, their back is hurting them and they're trying to keep it in motion to get the pressure off. So do your best to stand with your feet evenly distributed with your weight, hands in front of you or behind you. Another thing I like to share with you is the proper chair to sit in and the way to get in and out of the chair. For example, this is a chair that I would highly recommend because it has a short seat and it has arms on it. So you back into the chair using the arms to help yourself down, and you sit your bottom down and your back is against the back of the chair. It's very important that you have a short seat, especially if you're a shorter person like me, so that you can tuck your feet under the chair. When my feet are under the chair, my back muscles are disengaged, which is very important to get them to relax. If your feet are extended like this, the back muscles are tightened and it keeps your back tight and uncomfortable. Now to get up, feet should be firmly planted on the floor and the weight evenly distributed, putting your hands on the arms and sliding your bottom out and using your arms to help you come to a standing position. Best way to get in and out of a chair. Oftentimes patients would ask, I have a difficult time getting in and out of the car because my back is bothering me. Here's a simple way of getting in and out of a car I'd like to demonstrate. The best thing to do is sit your bottom down first and then slide your legs in and sit back. The closer this seat is to the steering wheel, the less engaged your muscles are in your lower back. So if your feet are extended like this, running the pedals, your back muscles are doing the work. If the seat is closer to the steering wheel, you're operating this way and your legs are actually working the pedals. Now, getting out of the car is also important. Just turn to the side, get your feet equally distributed weight, and come up straight. Best way to get in and out of the car. So many people today work at a computer all day long. It's very important that your posture is balanced when you're at your computer. And let me demonstrate what you should be able to do. When you're facing the computer, your head should be in a neutral position looking straight at your screen as you're working. Because if your head's down like this, you're putting tension on your back of your neck. If you're looking up, that's causing discomfort into your neck. So in a neutral position, you have less muscle tension in your neck. If you have to transfer information from paper into the computer, you need a paper stand like this. Simple way of helping you while you're working all day at the computer. So many people with back problems have a difficult time getting in and out of bed. What I'd like to do is demonstrate the proper way to get in and out of bed to try to avoid hurting your back. It is difficult, especially when you have to lie on your back. You can't sit straight up. So let me show you the best way to get in and out. You sit on the edge of the bed and you hold your knees together. And then as you go to lie back, swing your legs up, keeping your back straight at the same time, and lie on your side. Getting up, you take your top arm and you push down on the mattress, dropping your legs off and pushing yourself straight up, keeping your back, your spine straight. You're less likely to hurt yourself getting in and out of bed. So many people with chronic neck problems ask, what is the best pillow to sleep with? Very difficult because everyone has a different preference as to softness or foam or feather, and they're all good, but here's the basic thing I want you to understand. This is a contour pillow. And in our office, we have different sizes because we measure the patient so the contour pillow fits that person. For example, when you're lying on your side, if you're a side sleeper, the pillow should fit the distance between your ear and the bed so that your neck is lined up correctly. If the pillow's too small, your head's like this. If the pillow's too thick, your head's like that. So you want your neck to be lined up with the rest of your spine, so the pillow should fit in here supporting your head and neck. If you're a back sleeper, while you're lying on your back, your nose should be pointing straight up. If the pillow's too small, your head's going to be like this. If the pillow's too thick, your head's like that. So you want to make sure that your nose is pointing straight up, which will keep your spine, your neck, and the rest of your spine all in one alignment. Very important to avoid chronic neck problems because many people hurt themselves, believe it or not, during sleep posture. Very important to have a good sleep posture. So many people with chronic neck pain is from muscle tension or muscle imbalance. A very simple maneuver, it's more of a stretch than an exercise, is very valuable to you to do regularly. I'd encourage you to do it first thing in the morning and as often as you can throughout the day. I have told patients over the years, when you're watching television during commercial, do this stretch. It's a good time to do it because you will enjoy the feeling of comfort that you get from it. To begin with, what you do is you turn your head, keeping your head in a neutral position, turn as far as you can to the right till you feel like it won't go any further, and then you push it just a little bit more. And you count to 10, and then slowly bring it back to neutral. Then you turn your head to the left. Let's say as you go to the left, it won't go quite as far. Go as far as the neck feels like it can go, then push just a wee bit more, count to 10, and bring it back to a neutral position slowly. Next, what I'd like you to do is you put your head back as far as you feel it'll go, and not just to stretch your neck, but to also put your chin up towards the ceiling. And this will pull the muscles on the front of your neck, taking the tension out of that area, then slowly bring it back to neutral. Then lastly, as you put your chin down, and not just to touch your chest, but to try to push your forehead towards the floor. That'll put a great stretch on the back muscles of your neck. Count to 10, then slowly bring it back to neutral. The reason I say slowly is sometimes if you jerk it back, you can cause a muscle spasm. So stretching a muscle that's tight is a great way to improve the circulation, relieve the tension. You'll see a great improvement in your range of motion, but most important, I think you'll see a great deal of pain relief. While you're under care, I'm sure your doctor will recommend specific exercises for you to do. But what I'd like to share with you now is more of a stretch, a maneuver, to help keep your back and your lower pelvis flexible. Very simple, and I'll demonstrate that for you in a second. What I want you to remember is getting up and down is very important. So as you are going to lie down, you want to keep your knees together, swing your legs up, and go down in one movement, keeping your back, your spine very straight. Then you roll over onto your back. The first one you should do is on one side, right or left, is to grab a hold of your knee and pull your knee up towards your chest as far as you can. Hold that for a count of 10, then slowly relax and bring it down. Then you bring the other leg up, doing the same thing. You might find that one leg moves further than the other. Don't force it, but bring it up as far as it'll go. Hold it under tension for a count of 10, then bring it back and relax. The goal is we're trying to stretch muscles on one side, then the other side, and then you do both. Bring your knees up, pulling your knees up onto your chest, slowly count to 10, bring your feet back down, and relax. As many of you already know, in chiropractic, we're very critical about protecting your spine because the spine is not just there to hold up your head and neck. The purpose of your spine, the whole spine, is to house and protect the nervous system. And because we bend and twist, the vertebrae are subject to coming out of place. And when they do, they not only can cause pain if you pinch a nerve, but also alter the flow of current that's flowing through your body. The whole principle behind chiropractic is protecting the nervous system through the spine. So we want to share with you tips of what to do and not to do to protect yourself while you're under care. But after you're finished with care and you're on your own, make every effort to keep your spine aligned properly, using good posture and paying attention to simple things like stretches and maneuvers and positions that you sit in. Chiropractic has been around for many years, protecting people's nervous systems by adjusting their spine. So we encourage you to get checked regularly. If the spine's out of alignment, we can correct it quickly. That's the way it should be done. As a senior Dr. Powell, we are closely celebrating our 50th year in practice. I'm very proud of that we have stood out in the community as primary natural health care providers. And as a patient here, you've probably seen it, and if you're not, you would see that we see everything from infant children to seniors. We see athletes and we see pregnant moms and we see children of all sorts of problems that we've been able to help through a drugless method of healing. I'm also extremely proud that my boys have decided to become part of this team. Son Dr. Jim, Dr. Robert, and Dr. Chip. These are wonderful doctors who are carrying on this great legacy. We have an adopted daughter, Dr. Abby, who I also am very proud of. An outstanding doctor who's done a great job, loves to care for patients, and loves chiropractic as much as we do. So I think if you visit our office or you just have visited our website, you'll see the family business that we have and that we've been here a long time. And we're very proud of the good work that we've done, and we want to continue to do that for your family and for your children and grandchildren.